So even though we've finished up with chapter 7, I would like to go ahead and I'd like to talk about one more topic with it. And even your book doesn't really talk about it that much, but we're going to talk about this. And one of the reasons I want to talk about is because it really sets you up for pre-calc and calc. It's a cool topic that you'll be talking about. So we were talking kind of about these rational functions, and I would like us to go ahead and I'd like us to graph this one. So we're going to graph f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 over x minus 3. Okay, looks gross. But because we went through chapter 7, we know that we can go ahead and we can simplify this buddy. So let's factor. Now, however you want to factor, I just know that this is going to factor into two binomials. I said 2x plus 1 and x. This has to be minus 3. That sets me up with a negative 6x. Positive 1 to get you that negative 5x middle term over x minus 3, and that's exactly what I want because that now cancels out. And guess what? This actually leaves me with the function 2x plus 1, however, x cannot be 3. Now, this was all about graphing. And this guy right here, this 2x plus 1, we love to graph because it's a nice linear graph. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set up my axes over here on the side. I'm going to do this guy, and I'm going to shift it down a little bit over here. Okay, and I will graph in blue. So 2x plus 1, absolutely, y-intercept of 1 up to, over 1, up to over 1. If you want to go in the other direction, you can as well. However, this is the part where it's pretty cool, and this is at this when x is equal to 3, that you need to go ahead and draw an open circle. Now, from here, you can draw your line, and you draw your line in the other direction to show that it's going on. However, this nice open circle right here tells you that x cannot be 3. And this blue line is exactly this function right here. And if you plug it into Desmos, it will show you the same thing. Okay, let's try one more together. So we are going to go ahead, and I would like you to graph f of x is equal to x cubed minus x squared plus 2x minus 2 all over x minus 1. And again, it looks yucky. However, we can handle this buddy. So it's a 4-term polynomial on that top. It's a plus sign. I'm going to group it. So I'm going to do x squared times x minus 1 plus 2 times x minus 1. Maybe you can see what's canceling out already, but I'm going to finish my grouping so that I can show all of my steps over x minus 1, exactly what we want. Those go away, meaning that this function is actually x squared plus 1, but x cannot be 1. Now, that's just a parabola. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to set up my axes. Oops, it should be an x plus 2. I didn't write that correctly. Let's get my eraser out here. Sorry. X plus 2. I got ahead of myself. And then I'm going to set it up down here because it's a vertical transformation of 2. And let's graph in this orange. Okay, so it's a vertical transformation of 2 over 1 up 1. However, x can't be 1. So when I go to x is 1, I have to go ahead, I have to draw that open circle. Kind of like those piecewise functions, but then you can go ahead, you can figure out the rest of them. So over 2 up 4, over to up 4 in the other direction. That's all my axes can fit. So from here, I am going to draw my nice parabola, keeping that nice open spot at x is equal to 1. So even though we simplified this buddy here, we still cannot use 1 as an input because this was our original function that we were graphing. Very nice job.